are you doing, girl? Yeah. Hey, let's wait a few more minutes until a couple more people come on. We're going to try to bust. Remember, if you were here on Wednesday night, yeah, it was Wednesday night I tightened this with DeWalt XR DCF 891. Well, now we're going to try to loosen it with the new stubby. What up, Iris? What you barking at, girl? You barking at something? Yeah, I know you. You bark at everything. Yes, you do. Okay, we got 3. Okay, we'll start this up slowly. Wednesday night, I tightened this up with my DeWalt XR DCF 891 mid torque. And now we're going to try to loosen it with the new Milwaukee stubby 2562-23 ace with the 5 amp high performance battery, the only one you're supposed to use with this. But we're going to have to add adapters. Take our time here to get more people here. Okay. And no, I have not looped this up at all. Supposedly the DeWalt XRD 6. Speed 3. Oh, cut out already. Ain't that something? It already cut out already. That's unbelievable. Wow. I got a gripe with this already. It's already cutting out. Let's pull the bed. Actually, no. Let's try to tighten it for a second. Let's try to loosen it. Wow. Make sure we're in 3rd gear. Wow. Wow, this is supposed to be able to loosen 500. Well, Torque Test channel had what at 410? Well, let's lube it up then. I knew this couldn't do it. Now after sitting, let's see, it's Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. 5 days this sat. Blaster. I hate this stuff, but you got to use it. Let it sit a few minutes. The 3/8 should be able to do it. Unless I go for the 1/2-inch pin detent. Still got a full battery. Granted, okay, I do have an extension. But let's try it anyhow. Let's wait about 5 minutes here. In the meantime, I can put another shirt on. I don't want to get it dirty. This stuff flies all over the place. Okay. I think this is long enough. I put an old dirty shirt on. This thing makes a mess. This stuff flies all over the place. Oh! It ain't gonna do it. Well, it's time to break out the, the pin detent. Okay, the pin detent. Okay. Hey, yeah, let's try it here still. The 3/8 wouldn't cut the mustard. Speed 3, still fully charged. And now I got the blaster on. Oh! I've stumpied the stumpy. I've hit this more than once now, changing speeds on this thing. Let's try to run it forward. Backwards. Wow! It finally did it! After the 3/8 wouldn't do it, putting blaster on it, finally! So it finally can lose the DeWalt XR DCF 891 mid-torque that can tighten 5 days later. But it took 2 units and blaster to make it do it. And Torque Test Channel said, what, 410 pounds? So I guess it can do it. Interesting. Oh, brother. Now that's a test. When those guys, even Shop Tool Reviews. I mean, I like his channel a lot, but you know, when you impact a bolt that gets warm, you know, and then he's got that giant, you know, that torque gun. Then what? A couple minutes later, he's loosening stuff. You know, this sat for, that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 5 days this sat. And it took blaster, and it took the 1/2 inch version. The 3/8, I would have had to weld the adapter to this. These Grease Central. So now we know. You know, like that old commercial back in the 80s from NBC. Now the more you know. So there's no way you're going to loosen something like that without using some lubricant. And I'm pretty sure we could try it again later in another couple weeks, and I can tighten this up maybe tonight or another day, and we'll see if that 1/2 inch pin detent can loosen this without even lubing it. Okay. Working on. Right now we're going to be working on testing some impact drivers and wrenches. And that was just the stubby. Where am I from? From the United States. Exactly, Illinois, a town 20 miles south of Chicago. You know, the capital of crime. I saw the crime. This is kind of used wood. How I'm going to use it. Okay. We're going to be doing some demoing of some now let me move this up. Getting up in the world, aren't we? Okay. This is kind of used wood. So now we're going to beat it up a little bit more. We're going to be doing some demoing of some impact drivers and impact wrenches that are close from 2 different manufacturers. So let me go get them. And then later in the week, I will be getting rid of this with my Milwaukee Super Sawzall. In other words, cutting it up. Okay. Here we go. Ryobi. PBL IDO2. This is their top-notch impact driver. Let's pull the 8 amp 21700 cell battery off. And let's put on the new Edge battery. The latest battery, tabless. And this, Master Force Boost, made for Menards. You know the Menards stores? They're only in the Midwest. I think there's only several hundred of them. They're not all over the country. And this is made by Chevron, the same company that makes Flex, and Skill, and Ego, and other ones. Let's take this 2.5 amp off and put a 5 amp on. And we're going to finish up with the 2967 King Kong impact wrench from Milwaukee with all 3 forged batteries driving some lags. We already did the stubby test, so now we know more. Okay, let me get the fasteners. Okay. This, Ryobi. Let me get my light. Just use a sledgehammer, yeah. Okay. This is the Ryobi. PBLIDO2. Says 2,900 RPMs and 4,000 impacts. And this is 2,200 inch-pounds. Now the Master Force Boost is made by Chevron. This has 3,100 RPMs and 3,500 beats per minute. Okay. Now, let's run the Ryobi first. Not this again. I gotta make sure I got the right bit. These are stripped. Glasses are steaming up. Well, that one's going to get cut out. No, I got the right size. I can actually pull those out when we're done. Let me try the Master Force. And like I said, this is about the size of a compact impact wrench. And it puts out 3,100 RPMs, more than Ryobi. Back to the Ryobi. No, I'm going to switch to bits. I switched out the wrong one, but let's put it back in the Ryobi. This collar sometimes acts up. The neighborhood ain't pissed. The guy next door has a car that's loud. He just bought a Mercedes. Well, that one's going to get cut out. The Ryobi's a little bit faster. It's got 2,200 inch-pounds. Ran into something here. A couple of these, yeah, that one came out. Gotta remember what I'm putting these into. That one ain't coming out. Why won't that go in? That's a hot one. Okay. Let's just try the bit on this one. Quick collet on this too. I'm going to wear some gloves. Halo light on this. I know I stopped using this wood. It's a pain in the ass. That ain't coming out. I wonder why I hit it again. Need to put all these about here. It's so narrow. Well, good. I'm glad my carpentry skills. I'm working on an old piece of wood. Who really cares? Gosh. What do you think this is? This is not building a house. I'm working with a piece of wood I want to get rid of. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not going to bust out a new piece of wood for these tools. Okay, I think that's about enough. Let me see what I can remove. Not building a house here. Maybe I should be building a house for the guy that's in the house. Like I say, get this at Menards. Well, those ain't coming out. They're pinned in with another one. Gotta love the halo light on this. Let's try the Ryobi. Nope, ain't none of these going anywhere. Okay, let's try some bigger legs. I'll just cut those out. Actually, I'll grind them out one night on a YouTube Live. Okay. Let's throw some more light on the subject. Okay. Now let me see here. I'm going to be driving these. You buy a framing gun from a, huh? What? You buy a framing gun from a tablet, you're lucky if you get a month of shooting nails. I don't know about that. I've been using my DeWalt framing nailer for 2.5 years now. I fixed my mom's shed with it and did a bunch of work around here. It's not the best framing nailer in the world, but yeah, the Metabo, of course, it'll be a short video. Hey, Argentina. Yeah. That won't be tonight. That'll be another night. We all know the Metabo's got the power. So does, well, actually, the one guy just did he's on YouTube. He tests all the, how much amperage and how much voltage and how much whatever. Yeah, I forgot the name of the channel on there, but the top grinder right now, the new Milwaukee. Puts out the most watts. Okay, let me figure out what I'm going to run here. We're only going to run a handful, and we're going to drill into this. I'll move the camera over. Actually, we might do that now. Let me do that now. We're going to drill into that. That's a 1/2 inch of plywood. That ought to be enough. And maybe I'll drill a little bit into this. I forgot the name of the guy's channel. Oh, Tools Tested. He knows how to figure out the watts. He has all these machines. He can figure out how much each tool puts out in watts. And the Milwaukee, and I think, what's number one? I think the Milwaukee's really high up, and Bosch is too. But they won't release their brand new 8 amp 21700 cell tabless battery here yet. But the new Milwaukee angle grinder, the latest one, not the one I got. The one I got is going to be even better than that coming in November. That's going to be the, the expensive one with the one key. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're not going to use the big 8. Now there's noise. Some guy running his muscle car. That's a V8. He's not coming here either. He's going down the road. It's nothing. About 35 years ago, Metabo. Yeah, well, I also have a DeWalt angle grinder too, the 418 to 60 volt. It's a nice one too. Okay, let me get the other one. Oh, here we go. Battery's hiding right here. Like I say, same company that makes Flex, Chervon, for Menard. This has 800 inch-pounds. And I think it has more beats per minute than this in hammer mode. Okay, it goes to 2,000 RPMs. Yeah, it has 32,000 beats per minute in concrete. And the Ryobi only has 31,000. It's because Flex makes this. Well, Chervon. Okay. Now, let me see here. Let's throw some more light on the subject. Okay. Well, let's run this with the edge battery. in high gear. That figures I clicked it. You always do that. Okay. I gotta make sure this is locked down. Yeah. Like I say, you can only get this at Menards. No other. To me, I consider this 800 inch-pounds, and the power it has. It's not the compact hammer drill from Flex. This will be the next one up. They're mid-range. That's what that would be. And instead of being 24 volts, it's only 20. Let's see how far it goes here. Okay, let's try the Ryobi like that. See, it's a nice hammer drill. I got it in a kit, battery, charger, and a carrying bag. I think it was 120 bucks, 130. You know, Menards, you know, you get your 11% back. You know, 11%. Well, in the past 3 or 4 years, I've gotten back probably $1,000 from Menards. Spent quite a bit of money there, but Home Depot beats them all. Okay, the edge battery down to 3 bars. Let's make sure there's no fasteners here. I don't think there is. I hate wearing long sleeves. That cut out. That was in speed 2. Let's drill another one here. Okay. Now, you ain't trying to sleep this early at night? This is only, what, 7:30? Who the hell goes to bed at 7:30 unless you have to work at 3 in the morning? I go to bed at midnight. Okay. I gotta figure out what else to do here. No, that's impossible. Got an idea here. Let's run some lags anyhow. Thanks. Okay. I'm going to try some legs with the drills. Not really. Not with these drills. Even though, nah, not in this wood. What I could do, let's run some legs in here. And we'll move on to the last test with the third generation Godzilla Milwaukee, running 3 legs with each one leg per forged battery. Okay. At least we now know that the new Milwaukee stubby, if you put an adapter in a 3/8, you better weld it to everything, because it ain't going to knock it. The only reason why I think that even took that off is because I switched it 1/2 inch pin detent, and I used that lubricant to loosen up the 1.5. No, other than that, no, it's not going to loosen. Straight out upright rusted from what that 891 could tighten. Nope. 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 No way. Okay. Okay. Let's try a couple legs here, then we'll call that quits. And I think these batteries in this Master Force Boost are 21 7/8 cells. That's what it seems like to me, the way they consider how much they say they're boosted. And we all know Flex makes an awful lot. In fact, Menards probably won't go to stacked lithium to hold the price down on their tools. People aren't going to go in Menards and walk out with a impact driver, a charger, a bag, and a battery for $300. People going to Menards are looking for deals. Okay. Now, what am I looking for? It's around here somewhere. Okay. Let's find a couple of legs. As soon as I can figure out where I put them. There we go. Let's just run 4 legs. Let's just run 4. We'll run them somewhere in here, probably in a previous hole. We come up with a adapter. Okay. We'll cut this up another day. I'll grind everything off at night and we'll cut it up. Because it's seen its better days. That's why I've had it in the garage sitting there for 9 or 10 months. Getting in my way. Go 3/8 drive on the adapter. Wow, now I'm starting to sneeze. My daughter's got a cold. We don't necessarily, I'd like to have an impact socket at least. Okay, we got them. And we're going to have another demo too of an idea for a video I thought of that no one's thought of yet. At least no one that I think has thought of it. Okay, let's go with the Ryobi. We'll use the same adapter and the same socket. So I don't wear this anymore, long sleeve. And my dogs chewed it up. If you have two big dogs, they chew everything up. You know how many possums my dogs have killed in my backyard? About 10 of them in the past 4 years. Okay, let's run this. Run another one. Take the glasses off, they're fogging up. Put them on the Master Force Boost with the halo light. Try a little bit harder, right about here. Okay, let's remove them. Love the halo light on that. That's why I know that Flex is going to come out with a halo light for their quick eject when they redesign it next year. You know they're going to do that. If you keep the same old tool for 10 years, nobody wants to buy it. It's already old school. You know, it's like buying a heck, it's like buying a 2000 Ferrari. Would you rather have a new one? You can tell this has more impacts. Way more. But Menards Master Force Boost has more RPMs. Okay. Now, let me figure out how to do this. Let me get set up. And oh yeah, let me give me a minute here. Something new I just, well, not new, but I've had a temperature gauge here for about a year. Now let's try to use it. It says 88.9 degrees. It's not really all that hot. And next time I got the stubby out, I'm going to check the temperature on it. The Ryobi is a little bit hotter. Yeah. 91. The Ryobi gets a little bit hotter because it has more impacts. I know one thing, those stubbies, they sure get hot fast, and we're going to prove it in the next available live stream. They get too hot too quick for me. I heard people are already having problems with them. Already having problems with them. Something on the inside, plastic is melting. I can just imagine. Oh boy. It's a good thing I don't use the thing. I only use it for tool demos. I mean, I might take the old stubby and throw it in the back of the car for taking off lug nuts, but I'm not gonna take the new one. Well, maybe I will take one of the new ones with in the winter, because it doesn't take much space. But you're also not hitting those lugs for 2 or 3 minutes. If you are, you're screwed. Those are warm. In fact, let's see how warm those are. Those legs are pretty warm. I can feel them when I pick them up. $104. I don't know if anybody can even see that, but it says 104. We all know that that new stubby gets way hotter than that. Okay, let me get things going here. Okay. This is a 15/16 socket on this 860, and it's 3/4 inch drive with an adapter. So this weighs probably more than the actual impact driver. Well, let's try to run this lag down in speed 3. It broke. See? It still broke. I almost got a boo-boo out of that almost. See, this has way too much power. We all know it does. We all know it has way too much power. Because it snapped it. Even though this socket was weighted. Look how much it was weighted. And it still snapped it. Wow. But at least I can take it out, because it's not the Asian one that everybody bought back in March, and they thought they got the greatest thing since sliced cheese. Never mind. Another adapter bites the dust. Literally in the past 2.5 years, me being on YouTube, I've broken probably 100 of them. Well, let's say 50, and most of them are all on video. So that's about 200 or 300 hours in adapters. But it drove it pretty far. Look at that. That's only what, maybe 2 inches? Not bad. Okay. Now, let me get set up with the Milwaukee. And this is what we're going to do. Here's one. Well, just ran it against my finger, didn't break any skin. There's one. Let's put it away from the other one. So let's try to find a tight enough hole. Okay, this one feels like it might be good. Yeah, don't think anything sexual that when I said tight enough hole, please. Okay, we got that. Let's put this one here. That seems tight enough. I'm surprised it drove it that far. All that weight there, all it had to do is go 2 more inches. Now, we got to find a socket for King Kong. Yep, let's turn them by hand as far as we can go. That's pretty far. So we can get this one and this one and this one. That's about as far as I can go on that one. That's about as far as I can go, and that's about as far as I can go. Okay, they all look like about the same height. I just want to get a rough estimate on, if I had the time and the effort, we'd try some virgin holes, but we're not going to try that. It involves me drilling some small holes, but we'll wait till another time. I've done that before too. Now let me get the batteries. Let's reverse it. Let's run the 12 amp forge first with King Kong. Let's try this one. No, a little bit further. Still a little bit further. Maybe another quarter an inch. Okay, we hit it. My hammer. Okay. Let's take the 12 amp forge off. Let's put the 8 amp forge on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. A little bit more. A little bit more. That's good enough. Well, we can squeeze maybe just not much. Okay, now let's take the 8 amp off and put the 6 amp forge on. This is the one that's been around the longest, the pouch cells. That was kind of cheating. Let's take that out. Yeah, let me get some gloves. I'm not picking that up. I would run in a high torque. Let's find a hole that's just tight enough. These are all 8-inch and 5/8 in diameter. It's as big as they come. Unless I can go to somebody and see if they make some really big ones. Okay. Now, let's do it. I don't think that was good enough. Let's pull it out and try another one. Wow. That's why I call it King Kong. And I'm the guy. Oh, so your Asian 860 doesn't drop a gear. That's kind of strange, but they all have the problem with the collet because it's a special collet that involves a special, you know, end on it. I don't know. I wish they'd have one design for the whole world. All the guys that got all their 860s way back in February and March all got the one from Asia. We got everybody else here. I was one of the first ones to get it here. I got it through Burns Power Tools out of the East Coast. I was one of the first ones to actually get the American version because I didn't wait for Ohio. I didn't wait for Acme. And I sure as hell wasn't going to wait for Home Depot. Okay, let's try it here. You want to bet the stubby won't remove these? Let me go get it. It might remove them, but I kind of doubt it. I got to take that off because it's the pin detent, you know. If the battery ain't fresh, no, it's still 4-inch. It's still showing 4 cells. There, I gotta take that socket off. That socket's a headache because it's really deep on the inside. Come up with a bit here. Always losing some. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if this could do it. This is the pin detent. I'm not going to try the 3/8. That'd be a waste of space. Now the socket is hot. The unit, let me get my damn temperature gauge. How many guys have tested this? Let's see what the socket is. Okay, the socket's 106, 106, 106. The unit is 75 degrees. Okay, let's try this. M12, pin detent, 2nd gen. Wow! Surprised it did it without croaking. Let's read the temperature on it. Not on the socket either. That's hot. 83, 84, 80, about 83. It's not really that, the socket's hot. Okay, let's try to remove this one. Let's make sure it's in the right, put it in neutral. Okay, speed 3. Let's run it forward for about 2 seconds. Try to run it forward. Reverse. I'm surprised to remove that one. See? Put the flash and shit. See what temperature it is. Now I'm changing speeds again. 97, 98, 98 degrees. It hasn't really gotten warm yet. Let's try this one more time, then we'll give it up. Because the socket is getting hot, real hot. One nice thing, the socket won't come off. It's a pin detent. Forget it. It ain't gonna do it. Socket's really hot. Let's see what the socket is. $137, $138, $139, $139. Okay, let's see what the unit is. $102, $103, $103, $103 and a half, $104. I don't know if anybody can even read that, but it's $104. Well, I'm surprised it took that one out. I'm shocked. All I know is this is a great, nice little tool as long as you don't overheat it. As soon as you overheat it, forget it. Move on to something bigger. Get your mid-torque out. Or with me, go get King Kong. Okay, guys. I'm going to be going live tomorrow afternoon. I have a tree to cut down. It'll take about, at the most, an hour. I'll be live around 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm not going to use the chainsaw. I'm going to use the Super Sawzall from Milwaukee. You know, their Super Sawzall. I'm going to see how long it takes to do, and I'll bring all 3/4 batteries with. I'm figuring this is about 20 feet. It's a big branch. Cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it. We'll see what battery really does the better job with a Sawzall. Chainsaw needs, the chains need sharpening. Okay, guys. Yeah, well, yeah, they got beast tools. Yep. All I gotta say is they said this is having problems with something overheating inside and melting. I don't want to find that out and have to return it to Milwaukee. So that's it. I can't do those two, but I was shocked it did that one. Okay, guys, tomorrow afternoon around 11 o'clock, okay? I'll give you a heads up when I'm ready, and I'll probably start the live stream going, but I figured at the most an hour to cut all this up with the Sawzall. Okay, guys. Eric the Brutal Tool Guy signing off.